What does homeostasis mean?
This is the definition of homeostasis. The tendency towards a relatively stable equilibrium between interdependent elements, especially as maintained by physiological processes.
There you go. If you like the sound of that, let's get into today's video. Let's go. How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and I'm back live and in the flesh. I know it's been a while, but I've been super busy recently. For those who don't know, we held the first B2U Breeders Club meeting, and it was an absolutely massive success. And I want to thank all the team for helping me with the dream that I had to make it come to fruition. I also want to extend that thanks to the extended team members. You guys know who you are. Also to the exhibitors and all the attendees that attended. It was absolutely mind-bending. So I want to thank everyone. But I will get into that into another video and get into a bit more detail of what it was all about and who helped and all that sort of jazz. But at the B2U BC meeting, the wonderful Scott Wilkinson brought along two of Mike Wilbanks' incubators. Now, when I was over at Tinley, I spoke to Mike about his incubators, and I made him aware that, you know, obviously I do stuff with LP here in the UK, and I know Jesper over at LP was looking to stock them in Europe. And then he told me Scott Wilkinson had one of each delivered, which then light bulb went off. It'd be great to get these at the B2U BC meeting so we could get a look at these firsthand. And I've still got the incubators. I've kind of stolen them. Well, technically Mike doesn't know I've got them. So please, before you all run off and tell him, watch this video first, please give me a bit of a head start. I've got these incubators. Now, the smaller one is an absolutely amazing little incubator, which is perfect for gecko eggs. We're not going to look at that one today because basically pretty much all models are the same. The difference is his size. Okay, so the smaller one is predominantly for, you know, gecko eggs, that sort of thing. Colubrid eggs maybe. Absolutely amazing. And this model here is the WH154. Now this will hold anything from 6 to 8 clutches of ball python eggs. Now we're going to look at it in detail, and I'm going to do a full product review, provided Mike Wilbanks doesn't come after me and send the boys round for his stuff back. And I can't really do a full product review now in this video. This is going to be part one. Part two is obviously going to be the incubation of the eggs. So I'm going to, once I get a clutch of eggs, we're going to stick a clutch of eggs in this incubator, in this room, and we're going to see how it does, how it fares. Now, this room isn't temperature controlled like the breeding room and the hatchling room. So this predominantly is a cooler part of the building. These incubators, not only do they heat, they also cool, which is a real cool feature. Pardon the puns, but you get what I mean. So even if this room gets really hot, this will start to cool down and keep the actual inside of the incubator at the temperature we set it at. According to Mike, according to the instructions, according to everything we've seen, this is what it's about. Now, I have seen these firsthand, and I think they are the business. Prices here in the UK, I don't know, so I can't really tell you. But what I can tell you, first glance, I really like the look of them. In fact, you know, regardless of the price, I think they will be an absolutely magic. This would be a magic addition to anyone's ball python collection or, you know, reptile collection, whatever. I'm really looking forward to getting this because here in the UK, we don't have many hot days, but when we do, a lot of people have got windows in their reptile room. This is the only window I have in my building because I know that windows can cause a problem, especially in the summer when we probably have 2 or 3 days only of soaring heat where the sun comes through, and so many people struggle to keep their incubators under a certain temperature. According to Mike and the team, this is the answer. So we're going to unpackage this, we're going to look at it in detail, I'm going to get it set up. Hopefully I can keep this for a while to hide from Mike, and we're going to do a full product review. The good, the bad and the ugly. You guys know I'm not about BS. What I've seen of this so far, I really like. So let's get into the video, let's get it unboxed, let's have a look in detail, and let's just see if you guys like the product. Let's go. We have had this unboxed at the BTU BC, and as you can see it's fairly easy to unbox, so we kept everything all in its place. Now potentially this should slide up, sorry about that, and here we have, beautiful. So let me get rid of this. So here it is. I know I'm out of shot guys, but I just want you guys to see sort of a reference on how big this is. I haven't got a tape measure up here, but all specifications will be on the website over at Mike Wilbanks. If you have a look guys, like I said, it is up to my waist. Potentially this should slide under the counter. Fingers crossed. I really love this. I think it's such a cool piece of kit. Obviously I'm going to get it all plugged in, and we're going to go through it, and I'm going to show you guys, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to show you guys exactly what it's all about. Fancy leaving this these 2 blocks of Viper bedding here by mistake. Oh, sorry about that one. I'll get that moved straight away. Viper bedding now in stock in the UK. Absolutely amazing product. Love it. Another video coming on that soon. So let's get this incubator in line, in place. So before I take it and push it and try and attempt to push it under there, Viper bedding in the background again. Naughty, naughty. So before I get it under there, let's have a look in it. Around the outside of it and down the sides, because a lot of these things, you know, they're big and bulky, and actually we want to see what the finish is like. What I like about this, you can swap the door around, so we can swap it over to there if we wish. That's another great little feature. Again, handle on the side, we can open it up. We've got the Wilbanks controls, which is awesome, which I'll show you. The drawers can slide out, which again I really like. We've got keys and instructions. Again, this is lockable, which is fantastic. So I'm going to show you what they're all about, and they do click back in, so you feel them click. Okay, and again we've got the bottom one there, which I'll go over. We'll get that cut off. We'll look through the instructions. We've got a fan right at the back. Don't know what you can see, but we'll have a look at this now. Let's check the back of the incubator. The lock is there at the bottom. So the back of the incubator you'd think would be housing some horrible nasty lumps and bumps, but it doesn't. It's very clean, very well situated. Love it. So obviously we're going to get that plugged in now, the cable, because let's face it, sometimes on electrical items the cable is too short. That's probably about a 2 meter, 3 meter length cable, so we're going to get that plugged in, get it under the counter, and let's have a look and see how this performs. Look at that guys, I mean that looks smart. Obviously I haven't pushed it right up to the end simply because I've got a bit of packaging that can go down the side there. Again, some folded down cardboard boxes for when I send animals out. But you can also see my setup, my mics and stuff, a clamp there. But look at that guys, what a fit. Perfect, absolutely awesome. So that's plugged in. I've just got it plugged in through the top, the back of my live station. Let's have a quick look and see how it looks. It's on. I've got to program it, so let's go from there. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it says chambered 19, setting at 32. So we're going to have a look. Let's click the light. Whoa, That looks snazzy. Whoa. Let's turn the lights off. Woo! Look at that bad boy. Simple things. Yeah, really like the look of it. It's very clean, very fresh. It looks great. Obviously, you know, you're not going to have the light on all the time, but you can imagine in your reptile room, you walk in, that's on. You can see your eggs, see what's hatching, which is really good. Mine's green, as you can see. I've got the green lights for mine, but yeah, absolutely love that. I think that looks super cool. Let's turn on some retro lights. Ooh, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. So you can imagine, you know, you're sitting there doing your work, you can keep an eye on your incubator, keep an eye on your eggs, seeing they're hatching. I just think it's a real tidy piece of equipment. So let's get it set up. Let's have a look at the instructions, and let's have a look how the shelves and fitting egg boxes in there actually works. I've been looking through the instructions. The instructions are very well laid out. It shows you how to work the control panel. It also shows you how to remove the shelves, which we'll look into shortly. It also shows you how to remove the door and swing it around to the opposite side, which is always helpful. Obviously it's perfect where it is now for me because I can just come in and open it from that way. That's great. You know, if you wanted it the other side, you could, and you can swap it around. So the other good thing with the instructions is you've got a full section, so troubleshooting. So that also makes it, if you've got a problem with the incubator itself, it also helps with that. You've also got a care and maintenance, which tells you how to clean it, how to maintain it, and also moving your incubator if you wish to move it at a later date. Now all that is very well thought out and very processed in this booklet, which I really do like. And the keys are there. They are simply an Allen key shape type key. It might have been a nice idea if they were an actual key. However, how many times have you lost a key and you've got to drill out the barrel? So at least this way, if you do lose the keys, you can just get an Allen key just to access that. Now locking it, I feel, is a bit over the top. However, if you are like me and you do have children coming in and out of your reptile room facility, just having that lock on there really does help. So it is a nice little touch. Also the other thing is obviously the heating control is, as you can see, is inside, which is great. So when you lock it up, no one can come along and move it. So I'm just going to go over the heating element side of things. So this is the setting that we set it at. It's at 32, as you can see, and this is the chamber. This is actually what it is. Now at the moment, obviously I've only had it running for a while, so it's not quite up to temperature, but I would advise leaving this for 24 hours. Come on, stop zooming in and out. I would advise leaving this for at least 24 hours before you start to use it, but I really do like the fact that it's all integrated. So we're going to look now at removing the shelves and also what this little wooden shelf is all about at the bottom. Let's have a look inside. So obviously, as I said before, you know, you've got the shelves. There's this wooden shelf. Now, I was kind of like, what? Why has Mike put a wooden shelf in the incubator? Well, if you go over to his YouTube channel and watch his video, he clearly explains that when he first starts out during the breeding season, his first clutch of eggs that go in there tend to dry out very quick. Now, the method that I use for incubation eggs, I don't have that problem. However, if you do incubate a certain way and you find that when you first put your first clutch of eggs in your incubator and there's a problem with humidity, what Mike recommends you do is you put a pan of water or a tub of water on this, and then you can obviously push it in like so, and then obviously that will help with humidity. Now, if you're going to use that, obviously my biggest drawback to that would be the water sloshing around. Now I know, you know, you're opening and closing or when you open and close it isn't going to be that often, but what you can do, so you can use an LP35 or an LP35S tub from LP. fill it full of Viper bedding, wet it as much as you want, okay, so it's super damp, super wet. That way the bedding is actually going to keep the water without it sloshing around. So you can wet that as much as you want. The substrate is going to keep it there. Then what we can actually do, doing this one-handed, you can put that in there like so, put it on the tray, shut the tray in, push it in, okay. So that now is going to give you the humidity. It's going to be full of water, but obviously the bedding is going to stop it from sloshing around. And then what we can do, shut the door, boom. Solution to your sloshing water problem. So just a massive little, it's a massive, what's the word? It's a little thought, but it makes a massive improvement if you're incubating a certain way. I really like that, and I was the one who come up with the idea of obviously using an LP35 and also using Viper bedding. Quick shameless plug. So there you go, you can use the Viper bedding and you can fill that with water, and again just fill it to the top with water if you want, and obviously that will help with the humidity. So that's what Mike has designed that wooden shelf for. But what's fantastic, you also get included another shelf, so you can actually take that shelf out and now you've got more space to put more eggs, because obviously once you now start to put more eggs in there, the humidity will be more stable. So what we're going to do next, we're going to get some of my egg boxes, which are the WAM 9-litre shoe boxes, which I use, which I recommend here in the UK, and we're going to see how many we can actually fit in. So as you can see, using the WAM, really the WAM shoe boxes, the 9 litres, we can only physically get 5 egg boxes in there, which isn't too bad. I mean, if you're doing between, let's say, I don't know, 3 to 10 clutches, not all 10 clutches are going to be in there at the same time. However, you do need to figure out if you are going to have, or prepare for the worst, if all 10 clutches do land, you really do need the space available. So what would be fantastic is the guys in the UK, whoever's going to be selling these in the UK, it'd be great if either Mike supplied them with egg boxes, which would be perfect. Mike, egg boxes, perfect. Or here in the UK, we find a manufacturer that can supply us the egg boxes. Now obviously I do modify my egg boxes, and those who watch my channel, if you want to know how I do my egg boxes and my egg setup, it really is idiot proof, then please, how I set up my egg boxes on my channel, and it will go through all in detail why I use these boxes and how I do it. We've got 5 in there currently. Let's see what happens if we take all the shelves out and we stack them on top of each other, which is how I do it in my incubator, and I have no issues whatsoever. But I mean, I do love the trays. I mean, look at that. How swish is that? That's absolutely awesome. Love it. So let's take the trays out and let's see what it looks like and see how many egg boxes we can actually fit in. So I've removed all the shelves, and the one thing I forgot to mention about these incubators is they do have a carbon filter or filtration system built in, which is again a nice little touch. As you can see, the fan sucks in at the top and it blows the air down to the bottom. Now for those, hopefully everyone knows, hot air rises, so your temperature needs to be regulated from top to bottom. With the fan sucking or blowing at the top, it will actually push the air round, creating that circular motion, which is what you want. Air circulation is so important, guys. I can't stress enough. Now there's no heat panel at the bottom, so which is good. So I'm going to, like, as you can see, I've removed all the panels, all the trays, so we're going to stack that up now and see how many egg boxes we can get in there. As you can see, without the levels, without the trays, I can fit 8 egg boxes in there. However, I can't shut the door. So the egg box that you guys decide to use in these incubators is crucial, and I think here's a perfect opportunity for Mike to get some purpose-made egg boxes, which will fit in there perfectly. Obviously, like I said, you know, I use these boxes. They are perfect for ball python eggs, and obviously I use the limited edition green dragon hatch trays. But yeah, I can't shut the door, so let me try and do it where we can shut the door, and let's see how many we can actually get in. Boom, there we have it. 6 egg boxes with all the trays removed bar the bottom one, so we can still pull it out like so. I think that's super smart. Really like that idea. It's cool. We can still pull it out like that. And also we've got the tray in the bottom, the wooden tray, again with the LP35 tub in there. This time, just for show purposes, pull it out. I've just put the Viper bedding, hatchling stuff in there. Again, you can fill that with vermiculite, perlite, put your water in there. That will help keep the humidity up in there when you've only got one clutch in there. That's what Mike recommends. I don't have any problems because of the way I do things, but if you do, you can do it like that. I just thought it was a bit of a shameless plug for the Viper bedding. And again, you can shut it like so. And again, we can just shut the... Lovely. So I believe this product so far, I really do like it. It's like anything else. It'd be great if the shelves themselves, the brackets for the shelves were removable and they could be interchanged up and down wherever you wanted them. But again, that's probably for Mark II, you know, like Model 2. Let's face it, Tony Stark never made the original Iron Man suit in the first hit. You get what I'm saying? I think it's a great little piece of equipment. I'm really looking forward to using it. Hopefully Mike doesn't find out I've got it. Hopefully I get to keep it for this season at least. I know Mike mentioned it on one of his videos. So on the here, there's actually a cover because a few people have complained it's scratched, but it's not. It's actually a plastic cover that you can peel that off, and it's nice and fresh. But I really do like it. The other drawback, which I wish for me, I work in Fahrenheit because I find I can hone in my clutches, my temperatures a bit more. I can't see any way to change this from Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's probably something I need to look into. There's nothing in the booklet either. So it'd be nice if I could find that out, how to change it. If anyone knows, please leave a comment in the comment box below. If it can't be changed, it can't be changed. But I'd like to have that feature available because I do work in Fahrenheit, because I find I can dial in the temperatures a lot better. But other than that, I think it looks great. I think it looks fantastic. You know, I want to leave it here. It's going to be part of the HQ, hopefully, again. I think that looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. So guys, let me know in the comment box below. Let me know what your thoughts are of this product. Obviously, hopefully we can do a part 2 to this without Mike sending the lads round to snatch it out the HQ. And we can see, and I can document how the eggs get on during incubation. But for now, guys, I hope you're all well. Thanks again for tuning in. I love and respect you all. Thanks for all your support. If you're not following me on Instagram, please get over there and follow me on Instagram. And also, guys, go and check out Viper Bedding on Instagram. Trust me. Go and check it out. But for now, hope you're all well. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming.